Alright everyone, so I totally had planned to do a different video today, but because of this weather, we've had 3 inches of rain, or just under 3 inches of rain in the last day. The ground is soaked. I can't get out here and do what I want to do. So we're going to change up this video and do something a little different. So you know what? Sit back, relax, let's figure this out together. Alright, so if you are a brand new YouTuber or you're thinking about doing a YouTube channel, here's one bit of advice that I can give you. Always have a plan B or C, just in case something comes up. You never know what might change with what you have planned to do as far as a video is concerned. And like today, thought the rain would be gone, but it's not. So one thing, since I am out here, I'm kind of curious about doing, or I kind of want to do, is harvest this squash. Why do I say squash? This is a cabbage, Chad. I think it's just about ready, to be honest. I just want to give it a little bit more time. But that right there will be my first cabbage that I've ever harvested, when I harvest it. Pretty excited. I like cabbage in certain things. Now I have another one right over here, and that one is just not doing as well. And then the same for that one. But you know what? It is actually kind of full in there. Those Brussels sprouts look just absolutely pathetic to start raining. But before we go in, do y'all have something in your garden that's just really sentimental to you, that you've had for a long time? So when I started gardening, I bought this little plaque, and the weather, the freeze and everything, I guess destroyed it. But I'm a little sad about this. I mean, look at that, y'all. Just fell, crumbled up. Now here's what it actually looked like. And yes, the garden is my happy place. I love it out here. But that right there just really actually made me a little sad. Not gonna lie. Okay. So we're kind of done outside for the most part. I did want to show this. I have not planted cilantro in forever, y'all. And check it out. There's nothing better than a volunteer plant, I swear. Volunteer cilantro and the dill right there. So that's pretty cool. That made me smile when I saw it. But let's go in. I know what we're gonna do. We're gonna change this up a little bit. Actually, before we go in, I have to show you all this right here. I brought my fig garden container. I brought my container garden back out of the house, I think a few days, 6, 7, 5 days ago, I don't know. Check it out. Look at the leaves already on all these fig plants. So cool. Like, look at that. Right there really makes me happy. A lot happy. All right, now let's go in the house. Okay, before we get into what I'm actually going to do this video on, I want to show you all what I got from Trader Joe's over the weekend. Now, it's my first time ever being at Trader Joe's. My girlfriend and I went there, I had a fun time in there, and I got this fruit. Now, I'm not going to say anything else about it. Let me just play the short that I made about this, and we'll be right back. Never been to Trader Joe's until this past weekend. We're walking around looking at everything, grabbing stuff I've never even heard of, and then I see this. Does anyone have a clue what this is right here? This is a red pumilo. Let me try to bring this in close. Can y'all see that? I've never heard of this, but the tag, which I should have taken a picture of, said sweet and tangy, some other things. I don't know, but holding this right here, I can smell it. It smells so good. Almost like a cross between a grapefruit, an orange, something else. I don't know, but let's try it together. If you've never heard of it, we're gonna do a really quick, can't really call this a harvest and taste, but we're gonna give this a taste test right now. I'm kind of excited. Listen. I have no idea if this is how you're supposed to cut it. No clue. The inside together here, I don't have a clue. Oh man, look at all the rind on this thing. Good grief. Huh. That's different, right? All right, y'all, here we go. Seriously, the outer rind is way more citrusy smelling. It's actually kind of bland. I don't taste anything. I mean, a grapefruit has that tart. The orange, you know, has an orange flavor. This, and look, I'm taking a big old bite of it. There's not much flavor in this. So, to go ahead and end this clip right now, I don't know what to say on this. I don't know if this is good or bad. There's no flavor to it. There's no citrus flavor to this at all. It's not bad, but I wouldn't say it's good either. Even now, there's no aftertaste. There's no nothing. It's just very mellow. It's like a neutral flavor. So I don't know. If you're at Trader Joe's and you see this and you want to give it a shot, by all means, please do. If you've had this before and you have a completely different take on the flavor profile of this thing, do me a favor, drop it in the comments. I want to hear from everyone. And if you are familiar with this plant, this fruit, what do you use it for? So I'm going to say this about that fruit. I couldn't taste anything in that fruit. I tasted literally nothing, y'all. Now, my girlfriend tried it and said it was sour and all that. So I know I don't have COVID because I can taste and smell everything else. But to me, that fruit had no flavor at all. Just not my thing. I don't know. I didn't think it was bad, and I would totally eat it for the vitamin C and all the healthy stuff about it, but I just didn't taste anything. So, like I said in that short, if y'all are used to that fruit and you use it in different things, please drop it in the comment. I would love to know what in the world people use that fruit for. So that was that. I don't even know what to say about it, think about it. But let's do something that I've never done on camera. Now, I did this last year after watching a video from Brian over on Next Level Gardening. And he does a way of up-potting his peppers where he uses solo cups. Well, I like to see inside the cups. I want to see the roots and everything growing. So I figured I'd do these plastic ones here, these clear ones here. We're going to use this pepper right here, which is a yellow fever pepper. See, it's definitely ready to be up-potted out of this. And we're going to use some Happy Frog median, which I really like this soil. So far, I really like this soil. And as you can see, the tomatoes absolutely love this soil. But I forgot the scissors, of course. I'll be right back. Okay, got the scissors. Now, the way Brian does this is he cuts a V, like 3 little V notches into the cup. I'm just gonna do this a little different. I'm just gonna cut, hopefully without cutting myself. All right, let's have some arts and crafts time while we're gardening, right? Okay, so I'm gonna put 2 little cuts into the cup like that, like so. Reason for this, of course, is for water to get up into the soil, but it's also for the roots to come down. This is where this method is different than, say, just up potting into a styrofoam cup with holes with drain holes. Is we're going to put a rock at the bottom of the one cup and then sit the other cup. Now this rock's a little big. I'm going to be totally honest. That's kind of a big rock, but it's fine. I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it. Usually you want a little bit of a smaller rock than this, but this is what I had outside that I found, so we're just going to leave it alone. Now what we're going to do is we'll fill this cup up with water, right? And probably only go about a half an inch, maybe a little less than half an inch above the above this line right here in this cup. What this is going to do is allow, again, for the roots to go down and to search for that water, because you're going to always introduce water to this outer cup. That's going to force the plant to do what it would do outside. Is if it gets dry, your plants will shoot their roots and push their roots to go find what they need, whether it's water, nutrients, whatever. That's what a plant will do. This method forces the pepper plant to do that, which will create a stronger root system for that pepper plant when you transplant it outside. And as the way I like to do things, and I want to see the nature, you know what I mean? I want to see things growing. So that's why we're going to do this method this year on all my pepper starts that I have over there. And y'all, I have a lot. So I'm fill up this cup. Now again, what I like to do, just like I do on the tomato starts, is I like to pack in the soil, make this start nice and tight. That way when you go to up pot, if you happen to up pot, or you go to transplant outside, you have a tight root ball right here, a plug, as you would call it. The soil is not coming out because this is a good soil just for this kind of a thing. And that is about perfect level for where I'm going to want to put this in the jar. All right, so using your fingers to secure the stem, just going to squeeze a little bit on the outside. Hopefully this will pop out. Having a bit of an issue here, y'all. There we go. All right. And already this pepper plant has a good root system. You can see it right there. Nice and strong. All right. So it's in, and actually it's a little lower than I want. So again, the good thing about having a good plug is you can do stuff like that right there. It stays together. There, that's the way I like it right there, where about the top of the pepper plant is about right there at the top of the cup. That looks good to me. And just fill it in around with this good Happy Frog soil. And again, we're not using the blue bag of Happy Frog. We're using just the regular brown bag, brownish red bag of Happy Frog. All right, I don't know what the cat's looking at, but she is freaking out over here. What are you doing? Hey, what are you doing? Don't talk back. Cats. Okay, now another good reason for doing this method, now you can also do this for your tomatoes, y'all, if you want to. This isn't just strictly a pepper thing. I'm just doing it for peppers because my tomato game is on point and I'm not changing that. Another reason to do it this way is you're only going to water your plants in this cup. So you're not gonna wet the top part. Now for the initial, right now I will wet the top of this just so the water can get down in. But from here on out, you're only going to put water in down here, which will mean that the top of your soil is dry, which will help eliminate the chance of fungus gnats, which nobody wants fungus gnats in your house. They're just, fungus gnats can show up based on your soil being damp. If there's even one little egg of those little punks in the soil, then you've got the chance of having them, and nobody wants that. So this is another good reason for doing your up potting in this method. You're only putting water down here, which will mean that the top of your cups will be dry, eliminating the chance of fungus gnats. And again, it's helping push those roots. Make this plant go find its roots, strengthen itself, and become a more viable plant when you put it outside. But that's it, y'all. We're done. Now I will go ahead and fill this up to about there. And one other thing I forgot to do is make sure you label. So I don't want to forget this.
So yellow fever pepper.
And if you're wondering what this pepper is going to look like, here is a picture of it right here. This is a super hot, considered a super hot, so it will be very hot. Probably way hotter than something I can eat, but I like growing them because it's fun and I love giving stuff away. So that is what they call, or what is being called, the 2-cup method for up potting pepper plants, tomato plants, things of that nature. This is, again, I think a really good idea to do. It worked last year on the 1 or 2 plants that I did this as an experiment. Because when I see something, I want to give it a chance. I want to give it a shot, but I don't want to commit right away to it completely. So that's why we're doing it this year, though, because I've already tested it from last year. But there it is. Now we just got to water this in. We are good to go, and I have a lot more pepper plants to up on. Y'all about made a big mistake. Look at this right here. So I set my rosemary transplants out here, but I left them in that. Can't do that. Look at all that rain. Look at all that rain we had. Man. All right, so we'll leave those right there and let them do their thing. All right, everyone, so let's go ahead and finish where we started, out here, before the rain comes. It's already kind of sprinkling a little bit, but hey, if y'all enjoyed this video, if you got anything out of it, I know this was a last-minute change-up kind of a video, but I still think I taught something. Hopefully I was a little entertaining. Do me the 3 favors: share, like, subscribe to this channel if you've not done so already. Join this community of like-minded gardeners here on YouTube. Everyone take care, God bless. Continue to shine bright, harvest hard. Spring's around the corner, be ready for it. And I'll talk to y'all again real soon. Bye. All right, y'all, I literally just finished filming this video, and look at this. Literally not 10 seconds after I signed off and said bye. Look at all this rain. And this is why we changed up the video today. But who doesn't love the music that nature gives when it rains? Absolutely love it.